Hey there, Andrew here. I love to be entertained, but I have no patience, so I give every new show I watch only one episode to hook me. Welcome to Debut Review. Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. It's got a dinosaur in it. And it's Moon Girl too, but you know, I'm sure Moon Girl is very cool and all. But I mean, you're competing with the dinosaur there, Moon Girl. I've actually read Moon Girl's. I think she's fairly recent, like 2015 or something like that. I actually did read the first few issues. If that wasn't her introduction, that was that run thereabouts was. I read the first few issues of it, and it's okay. It's fine. It's got a dinosaur in it. And Moon Girl, whose name is Lisa or something. Starts with an L. Alright, so Marvel's Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. Rated TV Y7FV? What the hell does that mean? Whatever. Alright, show description. A teen genius and her I'm sorry, I can't read apparently. A teen genius and her dino pair up as superheroes. That's it. I mean, yeah. True. Spared no expense with the advertising there, Disney. I mean, it's not as bad as I mean, at least I'm sure that's very accurate to the. A teen genius? Lucy or whatever her name is like 9 or 10. Maybe I'm remembering this completely wrong, but I think Lafayette. What is her name? It's like more syllables than just Lisa or Lucy, but it's probably Debbie or something. But yeah, I not that it matters. Whatever. She's teenager in this. In the comic book, if I'm remembering right, she was 9 or 10. Whatever. She young kid and dino pal. So why am I watching this? I don't know. Looks cute. It's got a dinosaur in it. I saw a like a 90-second clip of the show. Couple months back. They were advertising it, and it made me laugh. I'm like, oh, that looks cute, that looks fun, and it's got a dinosaur in it. So all right, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. There's a Moon Boy, if I'm remembering the story right. Moon Boy and Devil Dinosaur exist back in Dino times, and I think Devil Dinosaur gets sucked through a time wormhole or something and ends up in New York. Because reasons. Stuff like that happens in the Marvel Universe. Alright, yeah. Moon Girl, Devil Dinosaur. Let's go. It's okay. But it's okay with the dinosaur. Honestly, I'm a little disappointed because I thought it looked cute. I thought it looked funny, and it's cute, and it's charming. Had some laughs, but overall, a long first episode, too. That's like 40-some minutes. Mixed bag. There's a lot I quite liked, and some I was just like meh on. Nothing I outright really disliked. For some reason, her name is Moon Girl. Her name is Lunella. Should have remembered that. Although, funny thing, I think I just jokingly said Lafayette because I knew it started with an L. Her last name is Lafayette. Lunella Lafayette. So I must have remembered something. Pretty different from the comic. She's a little older in the show. Pretty sure in the comic she's like 9 or 10. Uh, she takes her to, I think in the book her name is like a nickname or something that other people tease her with. Because her name's Lunella, so I'm Moon Girl, that kind of thing. In this one, she takes her name from some scientist that she admires, who's only known as Moon Girl. Okay. If I'm remembering from the book, the portal just kind of opens and in comes the dinosaur. In this one, she uses some plans she found from the scientist Moon Girl and doesn't know really what it is, but builds it in her little basement hideout. Turns out to be a portal, which Devil Dinosaur comes through. Okay. Boy, this has no budget. Wow. Disney kind of cheaping out there a little bit, because the show is that they're doing a lot. Kudos to the animation team and the directors, because they're doing a lot with clearly little. Looks pretty good. They're stretching that budget. They're using all the animation tricks to stretch that small budget as far as it can go. But the cracks do show through a lot of times, especially most of the time if you have more than two characters. If you have background characters, they're just like static images. They don't really move. They might switch poses, but they're not really animated. So anytime they have there's another difference. I don't think in this one her family owns a roller rink. I don't remember that being a thing from the book, but whatever. So they're like, all right, everybody out, it's closing time. And so they have the crowd of 8 to 10 people, just not animated, just, the still images just sliding across it. And that happens, that happens, I think, twice. And then there's it's almost like South Park kind of animation where they're just, oh man, it's struggling in a few places. But, it's colorful, it does have its own style, and they are working around the limitations of that budget. So, I can't I would love to show this off, but all the streaming services make it extraordinarily difficult to, capture any footage. There's ways to do it, but I'm not taking the time to do it, so. I'm not taking the time to figure out what those solutions are. Maybe it's easy. I don't know. But, I can't... I don't want to point a camera at my TV or computer screen. You could use Snapshot software, Cam Studio, those kind of screen capture devices. They just... the screen goes black anytime you turn one of those on. So, I don't know. Just... watch the episode yourself if you have a subscription to Disney Plus. You'll see what I mean. Trust me, my opinion is right. I don't like Lunella's family. There's nothing wrong with them. They're not bad people or anything. They just annoy me for some reason. I don't know why. It's weird because another comic adaptation from Disney was the Miss Marvel show, which came out several months ago. And in the book, I never really liked Kamala's family. In the show, I loved Kamala's family. And I want more Kamala's family because they're awesome. In the Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur book, I don't even remember her family, but her family just kind of annoys me in the animated adaptation. Her CJ, Clara, Chloe, whatever her friend's name in this, I don't remember her from the book either. But she's cute. Some of the humor really works. Most of it's just kind of, meh. Now, granted, I'm not the target audience for this, but, it's okay. I like the villain of this episode. She really worked for me. It's basically a Livewire character. Electric person. This one, her name is Aftershock, which sounds like someone more with the Quake's power set, but it's got the word shock in it, so electricity. Get it? Okay. So the big thing with this episode, the big problem with this episode that Lunella has to overcome is there are a bunch of power outages. And if you have no power, you can't run a roller rink. So she finds out that Livewire, sorry, not Livewire, and that's a DC character anyway. Aftershock is draining the power. They don't really get into, does this character need to absorb or eat electricity in order to, live? No, we're not worried about the ethical considerations here. She just, it's not clear if it's just something she has a line. She says, if I don't regularly top off, I'll lose my powers. So maybe it's, if she doesn't get her electricity fix, she just doesn't have electric powers, which, okay. Not she starves to death and dies, which is what happens when you do anything to death. You die, you see. Yes. Anyway, the first major fight between Lunella and, she's in her Moon Girl costume, and it's not Livewire, Aftershock. So they're fighting, and she, picks her up and pulls off Lunella's mask, and she's like, "You're a little girl," and she's like, "Yeah, Moon Girl, it's right in the name." And I'm thinking, yeah, and she's 4 foot tall, so, shouldn't be that big of a surprise. And I keep wanting to say Livewire. Aftershock looks at her and say, I would never hurt a child, but I really should try. Oh shit. I was like, okay, that took a dark turn. So that was pretty good. I like that. And so Lunella's in class the next day, and they get a substitute teacher. Who do you suppose the substitute teacher is? Yeah, it's not Livewire. It's Aftershock. Turns out she's the substitute teacher. She's like, Lunella, stay after class. And so they, threaten each other and stuff like that. It's really great. I genuinely liked the rapport that Lunella has with not Livewire. I like that character, the Aftershock character. I thought she was really funny. During the final battle, when she's chasing Moon Girl across town, Moon Girl's mom calls her, and so she answers, "Mom, I'm kind of busy right now." And Aftershock is chasing her. She's like, "Oh my god, is that your mom? Hi, Mom! Your daughter's failing science!" That really worked. So there's some good stuff in here. Overall, though, I was just kind of... Again, not bad at all. Just not for me, for the most part. There's some stuff I liked. There's some jokes I laughed at. I like the I like this style. I like the visual aesthetic it's going for. Kind of a very stippled comic book coloring look to it. Part of that is budget, but like I said, they're using what they got and doing what they can with it. The music is good, but the mixing, at least as it's presented on the Disney Plus app via my PlayStation 4, I couldn't understand most of the lyrics to the opening song or the song that's in the back half of the show. I'm like I catch some lines here and there, but I'm like, what? I need to turn on the subtitles. I can't hear. I mean, I could hear there was a line. I sounded like couldn't understand what they were saying. Oh well. So yeah. Will I watch episode 2? I mean, it's got a dinosaur in it. Nah, probably not.